Hey everybody, welcome back. It's good to see you. Today's the day. It's the video you've all been waiting for. You know that I switched over to RevMap Performance tuning on the VW 5-cylinder right here, the glorious 2.5 liter 07K. And we're talking tunes. I went from stage 2 integrated engineering to RevMap. I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you how it is. So I'm just going to tell you everything about it. And yeah, you should be running RevMap. That's the short story. Stick around. Don't go anywhere. So we are talking tune today, but we also got to do some work on the old girl here because we do have another track day coming up, which is probably going to be the last track day of the season before we go turbo. We can talk about that a little later, but that means we got to get this old girl up on the QuickJacks here. And yeah, get her in the air so we can get the wheels off, because one of the things I got to do is pull the wheels off and try to rebalance them. After the last track day, I pulled them off, unmounted the tires, flipped them on the wheel so I could get a little bit better tire wear out of them for this coming track day and just get a little bit more use out of them before I have to go to new tires. But we're going to do tires after the turbo, so it's going to be a whole fresh car when we do that. Yeah, these tires are getting cooked. They still got tread on them, but they have been through many heat cycles and they are starting to lose grip. I did swap them though, so I flipped them, get a little bit of extra life, a little better wear out of them coming up at Podium Club, but this is probably going to be the last track day on these tires. But we are talking RevMap Performance tune and why I think that it's really the tune to go with. And I want to preface this video by saying this is not by any means bashing on the integrated engineering software or anything like that. Did run that for a long time and I absolutely loved it. So this isn't an IE bash. It's a good tune if you're already running it. Just stick with it. But we're going to talk RevMap, yeah, because Jason's a genius when it comes to the 07K. So, yeah, we're going to work and talk tunes at the same time. It's going to be fun. And just a side note here, for those of you that are wondering, QuickJacks are absolutely amazing, and they're perfectly safe. I get asked all the time, are they safe to put the car up and leave it there? It's way safer than jack stands that everyone else uses. Plus, you get them way farther up off the ground, and it's just super easy and convenient to use. So QuickJacks, yeah. I'll leave a link down in the description. You guys can check them out. They're worth it. I won't work on a car without them. Anyways, back to the tuning stuff. So, integrated engineering. Why did I switch? I want to start by saying that integrated engineering, I ran their tune for the longest time. And it was honestly a great tune. I had really no issues with it. I know some people out there have had a few minor instances, especially in the flashing process where it doesn't read the ECU or some weird random stuff like that. But in my case, it was perfectly fine. It handled all the mods I threw at the motor, including the Evo header. Handled that all, no problem. Felt great. It's a 5-cylinder, naturally aspirated, so it's got a really nice torque curve and everything to it. But the tune was great. I have no complaints about it. But what I will say about the IE tune is that I just felt there was always just a little bit extra that you could have gotten out of it, which is kind of to be expected because it is an off-the-shelf tune, so it's a generic tune that they did a ton of research and development on, and then it's the same tune that they throw out to anyone. So everyone that orders it gets the same exact tune. But with Jason at RevMap, if I can take my wheels off properly, there we go. You get that custom experience because he's tuning based on your needs. So he can refine everything based off the data logs that you give him for your specific setup. And in my case, I also did a cat delete, so he was able to go in there and block that code or whatever tuners do to, you know, so you're not throwing the O2 sensor code because you're running catless when you really shouldn't be. But it's a race car. We've got to do race car things with it. And that's really the main reason I switched, was for all the actual support that you get when getting the tune. Jason at RevMap is an absolute magician when it comes to tuning these things. And like I said, he can get that tune dialed in for your exact setup and what you want out of it, as long as he's seen all the safe readings on his end from your data logs. Yeah, you're good to go. So, in short, did I need to switch from IE? No. Am I glad I switched? Yes. The factory support that you're getting from Jason at RevMap, there's nothing that competes with it, honestly. We're getting some lovely color change here on the front calipers. If you haven't seen any of my Firebird West track videos from this past track weekend that we did. These things were cooking. That's a nice short track where you're heavy on braking. You don't have the speed down the straights to get any airflow to cool them off. One of the sessions I pulled off and we were just bellowing smoke from out of the fender, so I had to drive around the pits to cool them off a little bit. But hey, they're still working. So yeah, might have to do a brake upgrade too when we go boosted, because these work how it is now, but with that extra speed I'm going to be carrying down the straights with boost, yeah, we're going to need a little bit more, I think. All right, we got all our tires off, ready to balance them. I don't need to burden you with showing you that on camera, but let's actually start talking about RevMap here. So as per usual on all my videos, I didn't take any notes or write anything down. So I'm just doing this off the top of my head, but I want to make sure I get everything covered for you guys who are looking into tuning. Jason at RevMap is where you want to be. Integrated engineering was really solid for me. I did run that for several years. It's an off-the-shelf tune. You don't get the support to get revisions and maximize the performance out of it, although the performance was really good on it. The butt dyno on the RevMap is definitely more than that. It's not much. It's not a huge increase. I would say to you, if you're running integrated engineering stage 2 currently and you're not having any issues with it, I don't see any reason for you to switch over to RevMap tuning unless you are looking for that just little bit extra because you want to stay naturally aspirated and you just want to maximize everything that you're getting out of the 07K motor here. If you're going boosted, that's a whole different story. Go with RevMap. It's really your best and kind of your only option. It's not your only option, but it's really your best option because you're going to get that customization that Jason's going to offer, and he's going to dial in for whatever exact setup you're using, because we all custom build these turbo kits and we're all running different components. So there's no off-the-shelf tune that's going to work perfect for every setup. So yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to get everything into this video for you guys. If you have any questions about stuff that I missed in this video, definitely leave a comment down below. I'd be more than happy to answer them or make another video on this, compile all the questions and do a kind of a round 2 on this. But I want to get this video out because we are getting prepped for the last track day, most likely in naturally aspirated form on this 07K here, before we start tearing it down and throwing some boost at it. So definitely going RevMap for boost. And this thing's gonna be a whole different animal when we take it back to the track. Hopefully this fall, as long as everything works out, get back to the track this fall and start ripping some boosted power. So yeah, that's gonna be fun. I'm excited. I hope you are. I got a whole room in my house just full of boosted turbo parts for this thing. It's gonna be awesome. Also, all you O2Q guys that are running the 6-speed swapped O2Q transmission, what are we doing parts wise to beef these things up? I know I need to put a limited slip in it because I'm still running the open diff, so I got a wave track that I need to. I don't have the wave track. I need to get a wave track. Let me rephrase that. I need to get a wave track so I can build a transmission with a limited slip on it. I would love to just get a spare transmission, have that one built. That way I can just swap them and have this one that I'm running currently just as a backup. But what else are we doing to the O2Q to beef it up for track abuse? I know just running daily use on the street, it's not that big of a deal, but is there anything I should be looking for if I'm gonna build a transmission that I can do preferably in my garage by myself? I'd like to avoid going to a transmission shop, but if I have to, I can get a wave track and transmission and just get a reputable shop to build it for me. But what are we doing? OTQ guys, chime in down below, leave a comment. So the other cool thing about Jason at RevMap is you can get a bunch of these add-ons for it. You can get the pops and bangs for you guys that like pops and bangs. Personally, I mean, I'm pushing 40 this year. Damn! I'm well beyond the young kids that like these pops and bangs and stuff, but you can get those put on your cruise control switch so you can turn them on and off. I think you can also get them put on the AC switch. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'd have to double check the website. But you can get that so you can turn them on and off and have the option. I'm catless right now, so the pops and bangs are kind of pop, pop, pop. It's not that burble like most of you guys like. Get a little bit of that burble on downshifts, but that's because I'm catless. I've talked to Jason about it. I just got that so I could show you guys on camera. It's not something I personally need, but you can also get launch control, which for me is useless because I don't drag race the car. But the rev limiter, when it's banging off that thing, hits super hard. Sounds real nasty. It's kind of cool to mess around with every now and then, but watch your mufflers and resonators, because you can blow them out doing that, especially your cat. If you're still running a cat and you're doing that quite often, yeah, say goodbye to the cat, because it's going to destroy it. But this thing is an absolute certified ripper with this RevMap Performance tune on it. I did have it out at Podium Club. I think was the first event that I took this to with the RevMap Performance tune on it. Actually, no, it was Firebird East. But when we went back to Podium Club, I did notice that my top speed, because they have a long straight there, my top speed down that long straight, I did gain about 5 to 6 miles an hour. Now, a little bit of that was me just as a driver pushing it harder, coming out of the turn onto the straight a little better, and then pushing it deeper into the braking zone. So you're able to carry more speed, you're in the throttle a little longer. So there's a few variables to that, but 5 to 6 miles an hour down the straight. So it is definitely pushing a little bit more power than the integrated engineering stage 2 tune. And a lot of that just has to do with Jason's, like I said, sending him data logs. He's revising the tune and maximizing the performance for your particular setup. This thing is pretty much, with the Evo header, it's pretty much as far as you're gonna get in naturally aspirated form without opening the motor and doing internals. This even has the factory cams in it. So I haven't touched anything inside the motor. It's all just full bolt-on the outside of the motor, and then Jason's tune at RevMap Performance for the short runner intake. So he does have all the tunes he will do for you automatic guys. He will do the TCU tune as well as the ECU tune, whether or not you're running the factory manifold or the short runner intake manifold. And then of course, if you guys are going boosted, he's got you covered when you go turbo. I mean, I really can't say it enough, guys. I'm absolutely in love with RevMap Performance, and Jason's just dedication to the platform and the support that he gives you with these tunes. It's something that you really need in a tuner versus buying an off-the-shelf tune. So with RevMap, you're getting a tuner, and he's going to take care of you and make sure everything is the way it should be. It's safe, but it's also maximizing the performance that you can get out of it. I know when I was running this one, first of all, because there's so many variations in the ECUs that come with these cars, because there's a multi-generation engine here, so there was a bunch of revisions to the ECUs. Mine in particular had a slight issue with timing, but Jason was able to work through that, send him some data logs based on the parameters he wanted to log, and he was able to work around it, and we were able to dial in the timing. So initially I was a little down on power, but he figured it out, got it solved, and now we're up on power, which is absolutely awesome, because this thing is a certified ripper on the track here. Sounds amazing. Super hard off the rev limiter. I absolutely love it. It sounds amazing when you're going into a turn and you just don't want to grab that extra gear, because you're going to have to grab the gear below it coming into the turn super fast, so you just let it ping off the rev limiter for a little bit. Yeah, it sounds awesome. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say other than, if you guys haven't done a tune at all on your car yet, definitely check out RevMap, because it's an amazing platform to be on. Jason's support is second to none. And yeah, it's the tune that you guys should be going with. Tuning shouldn't be done by some random guy who offers a tune for a car that he doesn't know how to tune. I mean, that the tune is the lifeblood of the engine, and if the tune is wrong, you're gonna hurt something, and you definitely don't want to do that. If you're looking to get a tune on the 2.5, RevMap is what you want. That's really the basic thing I'm trying to impart in this video. If you guys are already on integrated engineering, do you need to switch over to RevMap? Not unless you want some of the features that Jason's gonna offer. You don't need to switch. You might gain a little bit of power if you switch over to him. I think that's all I got for you guys. I know I probably didn't cover everything in this video, so you might still have some questions. Definitely leave a comment down below, like I said earlier. Ask away, guys. I would love to answer all these comments, and if there's enough more questions, I'll do another video, kind of a part 2 of this, why you should use RevMap Performance for your tuning on your Volkswagen 5-cylinder. We do have another track day coming up, so stick around for that footage, because that's going to be coming. It's the last real track weekend that we're going to be doing in naturally aspirated form before we pull everything out and throw a turbo on this thing, and then go back and really shave some lap time, because we're going to actually have power to pull down the straights. So that's going to be super fun. It is at Podium Club, which is my absolute favorite track here in Arizona. A little bit of elevation change. It's a nice 2.32 mile track with the S's are super fun to go through. Gonna have to get tires after this next track day because they are cooked. Gotten a lot of life out of those Accelera 651 Sport Extras from Tire Streets. Links to everything down below. RevMap, all his pages, tires, everything. You know the drill. I leave everything down in the comments so you guys have all the information that you need. Leave a comment down below if you got any other questions. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Really helps the channel out. Hitting that like button, it just tells YouTube that the video is doing good and pushes it to everyone else. All we want to do in the 07K world is share it with the world. So hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, leave a comment down below, check the links. Have a great day. Go pet a dog, be happy, do all the good things. And yeah, I will see you in the next one, like always, because that's how we do. Bye.